Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have my first video with the new Kyoshin character, who is a samurai. He is classed as a hard character and he's highly defensive, and he's also a hybrid and a counter attacker. If you love sort of samurai films and like anime and stuff, then this could be the character for you. Also, if you just like really cool sword fights and things like that, because he has some of the coolest looking moves I have seen on a character. I did have early access to this, but I was so busy I just couldn't get around to it, so this is the live game this time, and we are going to be doing a quick run through of all of his moves, and then I'm going to show you what I found are his best combos and things like that towards the end, and then we'll do like some duels as well with this bot and see how things go. So in terms of his chains, by the way, he's got a scabbard, which is awesome, so he can take his sword out. He's got just a light into a heavy, a light into light, heavy into heavy, or a heavy into light. So basically two attacks between either a light or a heavy. So light light, light heavy, heavy heavy, and heavy light. So yeah, very simple, very simple. Not too long chains, but yeah, it's good enough. He also has dodge heavy, and that's got the superior block property, I think it's called. So even if they block it, you can still follow up with another chain. So look, blocks it there, doesn't stop me from doing a follow up. He also has a dodge forward heavy, which is this one here, which can be chained as well. And then bottom right, you can see some of the damage values as well. I haven't memorized them all. So you can just have a look at them there. Next thing, he has a dodge forward kick, which guarantees the light. Dodge forward kick, and then you can do a chain after as normal. And also, in between your chains, you can press square and you can do a bash in between. So you can do light, bash, light, heavy, bash, light, light, bash, lights, and heavy, bash, heavy. So there you go, you've got some mix-up potential even though you've only got a 2-hit chain, so that's what makes up for it. Zone attack here. As normal, it's classed as a heavy, so you can chain that. So it's basically like doing heavy and then heavy, or heavy and then light after as well if you don't go out of stamina like I just had. So that is the very basic stuff. He is classed as a hard character, so you're probably wondering, well, that's quite easy. Well, we'll show you why things can get a bit more complex. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. Here's this moveset here. Any attack opener, bash, bash guarantees light. Dengu Gaze in Kei's stance. Okay, so I think it's time to talk about Kei's stance. So Kei's stance is basically a full block, so you go down like that, and then there are 3 different things you can do, or 3 attacks rather, apart from obviously just stopping doing it. So go into Kei's stance and you can attack from you can press light, you'll attack from your right like that. Do a zone, you'll attack from your left, and then you can press heavy and you'll do an unblockable from the top like that. Now there's so many different things you can actually do with this. After I've been playing with this bot here, like just doing normal duels, I've realised actually there's so many mix-up potentials. I'm so interested in seeing what plays we can get. So Kei's stance, after any of those, you can follow up with 3 more lights, which are all guaranteed. So boom, 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 and that'll get you 22 damage total from the right side. 12 plus 1 plus 1 plus 8. Zone, he's going to block it, so I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I don't think we can do it from the block, but essentially it's just the same as the left side as the right side, but it's just 3 more lights. Top, that's the most damaging one, so with that you get, what is that, 17 plus 8, 25 damage for that, so it's a bit more than a side heavy. So, but it is all guaranteed, so that's why. In group fights, because you're doing that, it sort of stuns them for quite a long time, so it means that your team can get off some massive hits on them. If you've got like a Shogoki next to you, then it gives them time to get off a free massive bash, so that's one thing to be in mind, to think about. And what else from K-Stance? Oh yeah, so you can do K-Stance, do a light, 1, 2, 3, and finish with a heavy. So you don't have to do the guaranteed lights, you don't have to do all of them, you can stop the chain any time. You can do 1, 2, and then do a heavy if you want, or you can do 1, 2, 3, and then a heavy, or just one. So they might not expect to have massive heavy after that, and you get 12 damage. And then after that, you can go straight into K-Stance again and do something else. So yeah, a lot of mix-up potential there. And you can see there, that's it confirmed there. So Fujin cuts. Shows you the R1, R1, R1. And then you've got the Fujin Force, R2, and that's how you go into it. And then on the moveset, you've got everything else as you would expect from a character. So, now let's get our bot friend here to start attacking us. So he also has a crushing counter. So if our bot attacks us, that'll get you 17 damage. So that's quite a lot for a light, but you have to obviously time it well. If you do that, the K stance, and then go into top heavy, which by the way is the most damaging version of the follow-up, then that is all guaranteed. Let's do it again. That wasn't actually a guaranteed follow-up because I did it too late. But that's you get the idea. I'll do it from the right hand side just to show you, but it is less damage. And unlike things like Peacekeeper stabs, you can just spam the lights and you don't have to do any specific timings. You can just be fairly free with them and just keep pressing them. So there you go. So I think actually that's pretty much all there is to know. Recovery as well. So if you miss an attack, well, after attack you can go straight into it. So if you do light, you can then go straight into it, or after any attack rather. So you can do light, or do light, heavy, go straight into it. It's worth noting that the non-guaranteed version does a bit more damage as well. So you see that guaranteed top heavy will do 20 damage if you do all the lights, but the non-guaranteed version does an extra 5 damage. So if you can, you want to do that, and that will get you the most damage. Although technically the most damage would be this. It would be heavy, light, light, and then light, and then heavy again. So heavy, light, light, heavy. So, what else is there? Yeah, you got the zone there. That's him doing the lock, so yeah. Just trying to see how much the zone version gets damage-wise. The non-guaranteed. Okay, it's 20 damage. Not bad. But yeah, your heavies will still do more damage than that. So get one of those off. And that'll do 24, and then the second one will do 30. Parry punishes, so if you parry a heavy, you get a light, which is 12. And then if you parry a light, I think you obviously get a heavy off of that, as usual. Let's get them doing a heavy. Custom moveset. Heavy, sorry. Light, that's the one. There we go. 24 damage for parrying a light. And then the crushing counter is 17, isn't it? So you want to prioritise getting those light parries, but then you want to sort of do the K stance on heavies, because that'll get you 20 damage for sort of parrying a heavy kind of thing. So bear that in mind. I mean, there are so many mix-up potentials because you can cancel those guaranteed lights. It's actually insane. You can do sort of stuff like that, but you need to be mindful of your stamina. I've found that doing crazy combos like that can be really, really effective against opponents, but if you actually don't look at your stamina, then you can end up going out of stand pretty easily, and then you can be in a lot of trouble. So you want to be mindful of that. So yeah, like you can do all loads of cool stuff, do loads of damage, but you can go out of stand pretty easily. So just watch out for that. So yeah, you want to be look at your stamina bar when you're doing those guaranteed lights, and not do all of them if it's going to take up all your stamina. So that's the introduction then to Kyoshin. He's classed as a hard character because he's got so many different moves and mix-up he can do, and he can do his recoveries and things. But he's also very defensive, and he's a hybrid as well. So he's very, very quick, but he's obviously got that full block as well, and he's got some dodge attacks and some kicks to open up enemies. So what I think we'll do is we'll get into some duels. I can't seem to download the character, so I might just have to do some duels against a friend. But yeah, we'll see what we can do.